Hello, I'm still here. I'm noticing this door on the left is now glowing. Can we? We can. Interesting. So every time we recover a crystal from the dark world, it means we re-unlock the base world. I mean, we didn't really have any reason to go back there. But that is an interesting little mechanic. That's neat. I like that. Last time we played, we went for like an hour and 20 or something. It was a really long video, man. I don't want this to be another one. And also, I am determined specifically to get a merge done with Joltik here. 18,000 XP off. It's going to be quite a few battles, but we're gonna see what we can do about that. We're gonna make as much progress as we can. I'm a little worried about throwing myself into another end fight, because that, if you saw the last video, you'll know that the end boss of the Earth area was a little close for comfort. I don't think it could feasibly have been any closer for comfort, in all honesty. So I don't know, I kind of want to make sure we have a slightly easier time of it going into the others. I think we'll do wind next, just because water's going to be a pain in the arse because they'll keep healing, and fire is, you know, scary. Oh, this is different. The barrier's immediate on this one.
Now our way is blocked. Think there's a back way?
We just go where we can. The path's gotta go somewhere.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll fight this. I can just get behind it real quick. If I can just sneak up behind it real quick. If I can just... Beautiful. Flawless execution. Yeah, I really want to just gear the team up slightly. If everyone could get like one more merge, just one more merge, that would be game changing, honestly. I thought we'd outspeed these. This might actually be off to a really rocky start today. It's not that bad actually. I think all three of them together might just take a barrier down. It would be close shit, though. It's entirely possible, especially if we kill one this turn, that they won't be able to do it, and I'll be able to heal, which would be nice. Okay. You know, Arbok, I love to shit talk you, and that's not going to stop, but fair play to you, lad, honestly. Sometimes you pull through. Honestly, if he was just like slightly more reliable, he'd probably be my best monster. Like, he's got a lot of health, he hits real good sometimes when he feels like it. Like, I can't really fault him that much. And there goes the wall, but I think we're probably fine now. I think we probably win this. Just intrigued as to how much experience we get. I've not really been paying much attention. I feel like it was around like 1400, something like that we were getting previously. If we're getting that amount for fights like this, which let's face it are pretty fucking easy, then it's a little bit lower. But yeah, I'm down to keep bullying these fuckers, honestly. Why is that here? I need to stop getting offended when there's just like random incorrectly elemented monsters hanging out. They can have friends outside of their species, that's allowed. They can come visiting. We're not about monster apartheid around here. You know, sometimes I say things like monster apartheid in my videos, and I'm like, if I took this at all seriously, I should probably go back and remove that. That's not a phrase that should be coming out of anyone's mouth, but you know what? We live with our mistakes here on the Average Joe channel. We commit to the bit, however absurd the bit is. I've decided I'm just not afraid of these, so I'm just not putting the wall up. I'd be less afraid of them if I could hit. It's fine though. We'll adapt and overcome. Go on, one-shot it. Nice, he did as well. He's getting there. He's getting there, this boy. Might be a good few merges behind the rest of the team, but he's catching up rapidly. Something to be said for that innate Drac blood, you know? Big pseudo-legendary energy come into this one. I did definitely stumbled over the word pseudo-legendary and then stumbled over the word stumbled, so off to a great start with this video. I'm going to let him hit with the save-up attack, I've decided. It's allowed, it's legal. You know, I've been thinking about it, and I think actually where I got to in my furthest ever playthrough of this, back in 2003 or whenever it was, I really gave it a good go and committed. I think I actually beat the section we're on now. I think there is another zone once you get into like the central thing. It's not just like you go in there and there's the last boss. I think there's another zone in there, and I think that's where it really hit the fan. So yes, I'm struggling a little bit here, but it's only going to get like more ludicrous after this. So brace for that. I really am hoping that one more merge will put us in a sort of good enough spot that we'll just sort of be able to deal though. I'm in two minds about swapping my healer back to just bigger healing numbers and just living with status effects. I mean, we're on the win side now and I've still not been hit by a status effect. You know what I mean? Like, this is the place where it's meant to be happening a lot and it's not been an issue. Can you guys, like, chill? They're, like, hyper-focusing Krabby here. I think he deserves better, frankly. I'm just gonna keep pressing this button until we got a little bit more health back on the relevant people. In basically any other game, leaving your quote-unquote water side at the mercy of a load of things spamming a lightning spell would be a really bad move, but this one just don't work like that. I'm actually pretty cool with that. I like the super effectivity system in Pokemon and the fact that basically every monster collector since has copied it. I don't think it's necessary though. I think in a way, even though it is obviously a extra layer to consider on top of like your basic game mechanics, I think it can sort of to a degree, dumb down the combat in that, like, instead of trying to think about how you can utilize your moves in a way to overcome the current obstacle, instead it's just like, oh, they sent out a Charizard, well, I'll send out my Blastoise, you know what I mean? You just pick the thing that beats the thing. And I know, obviously, at high-level competitive Pokemon, it's not quite that simple anymore, right? There's a lot more to it than just that. But at its core, that's how you play Pokemon. You pick the scissors when they pick the paper. I'm not saying this game is more complex than Pokemon, because I really don't think it is, but I think there are pros and cons to both systems, right? I think something really cool could be done with this system. I don't think this game necessarily landed on that, but I think this is a solid core concept. The Beast Amulet system, the, you know, setting up the different sides and having them each, you know, predisposed to do certain things on each side or whatever. I think that is a solid core concept. As I say, a bit late for this series now to be iterating on its design philosophy, but I'm just saying, I think it had some good ideas for sure, and I still hold up. Like, genuinely, I think this is one of the best looking games on PS2, genuinely. There are, from like a pure sort of realism, high fidelity sort of perspective, games that do look better, like from a pure sort of objective standpoint, but I think the stylized graphics of this game do look very good. I think it holds up, I really do. That might be my nostalgia talking, but I don't know why I'm fighting everything. It's probably not necessary. I did come in here with this goal of getting some merges done today, so that's sort of what I'm leaning towards now. More so than like actually progressing through the zone, I am just sort of looking for experience. Which is just going to mean a lot of very boring fights. I hope you're well buckled in for that. But to be fair, that is a solid 70% of this game, I would say, is very boring fights. And another 20% is wandering around a map looking for, you know, things of interest. That remaining 10% though, oh boy, that is some video game, that remaining 10%. That's what we live for, you know. Diggersby really does do fuck all damage compared to the other two, doesn't he? It is a D rank fire spell, to be fair. We should probably get him something a little bit better. I think we did actually pick up the... was it the S rank or the A rank? A much better fire spell, anyway. So we can make use of that eventually. One day. Okay. Found this. That's cool. Only the one exit on this level. I guess the second exit takes you to the boss, but that is behind the wall at the moment. No initiative? Did I fuck it up? I fucked it up. Dang it, Joe. You gone done fucked it up. It's very finicky about what classes as an initiative combat. You might think you're behind the opponent, but if you're like 5 degrees off, they're not okay with it. It has to be that sweet 180. Tell you what monster collector I am pretty excited for, and I will probably end up playing on the channel sooner or later, and that's Beastie Ball. And if you've all seen Beastie Ball, it's I think it's still in early access, so I'm kind of giving it some space to sort that out before I get too involved. But it's a monster collector where you play volleyball instead of like battling, which kind of a first for the franchise, for the genre. You know what I mean? We've well exhausted collecting them and battling them, but collecting them and doing other things with them is kind of rare. I think there was a game where you like did farming or something with them. I remember seeing a few years ago. I don't remember what that was called at this point. But yeah, it's like a volleyball game, but with monsters. I'm hoping it plays a bit like Pyre, because I really liked Pyre's like basketball, whatever it was, sort of mechanics. I thought that was really fun. I enjoyed the story as well, don't get me wrong, but primarily for that game, I was in it for the quite neat basketball mechanics. So yeah, I'm hoping it plays a bit like that, but also with monster collecting elements. So that sounds pretty cool, you know? Looking forward to hopping on that one. We do outspeed these. I feel like these are just debuffers, right? These things. The mushroom has the charge up attack. Yep, B rank charge up, that's fine. Sagduriana. Some sort of debuff. Some degree of debuff. Attack down, okay. But only for this side, right? So I'm still pretty good to let my fire flag fly. That'll be the barrier down. That's not the barrier down. Wow. Touché. And that's a bulky boy. Maybe kill the other dog thing first. No? Okay. Ignore me then, I guess. Yeah, we're really determined to get rid of that. Okay, there goes the wall, but we kill the mushroom first before it does anything, right? So we don't have too much to be concerned about. Unless we all attack the wrong target. That's something I should learn to expect, and yet I still just don't. I never see it coming. We need to go with these guys again if we're going to kill this. Arbok might have been able to do it, I guess. Princess Vine there. A lot of these dog things just sort of hanging out. Just sort of hanging out, doing their dog thing. In fact, they may be the only enemy around here. I don't know if they're all going to be that same group with the one mushroom friend, or if they're going to have a bit of it. Did we all just hear the same noise I just heard? Did that ogre vine just come? That was a rapturous groan if I ever heard one. I don't really know what to think about that. Why is this game like this? Gonna do a thing now. Wild move. We're gonna drop the enemy's defense before we attack them. I know, it's crazy, but it might just work. It's the sort of out-of-the-box thinking you don't get on other YouTube channels, you know? No one has ever tried that before now. Ooh, nearly a one-shot. Nearly a clean one-shot there. Should probably get Carnivine some experience, but I actually can't be bothered, so... he'll live without it today. He'll make do. He said he got a C rank skill. I really am just sort of... I've kind of just fallen behind in skill ranks. I think that's sort of where my major downfall is at the moment. Everything I'm coming up against has A and S rank skills, and I'm just I'm still rocking a lot of D's and C's, you know. Okay, we're getting close. Look at the team. Look how very 13 and 14 they are. We're verging on merging. The grinding is paying off, believe me. It may not feel like it. It may feel like slow progress, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I don't know what we're going to do as soon as, like, if everyone gets mergeable, like, at around the same time and I merge all of them, I don't know how the hell we're going to progress with the game. Thankfully, we have just unlocked the lower level Earth Forest, I guess, so we can go back there and maybe grind up a bit if we need to, just to get people, you know, to a point of being able to actually compete. That's, I mean, not ideal because it's lowering Pikachu's attack. But I guess we'll live with it. We still got Flygon. Still got Flygon to dunk on things. He just has to hit occasionally. How hard can it be? Nearly hit. Should be grateful for that at least. Okay. Okay. Think Arbok can finish this? Almost certainly not, but I'm going to give him a shot. I'm going to let him have a try. I believe in him. I believe in him more once we've evolved him into his pure Scorpion form. We should actually be able to achieve that. On the next merge, we just fuse him with the Scorpion, because we got that as a Karma. And that'll be him in his final form. Don't know if anyone else is remotely close to that. I know obviously Krabby is already final form. I think the rest of them are probably still a ways off, and we're probably not going to see their final forms before the end of the game, but you never know. You never know. Okay, we found the princess, fine. Ooh, a triple. I don't like it when they make me weak. Makes it harder to kill them. Look at that, 28 damage. It's not very much, is it? I guess I'll just sort of hang out on this side of the grid for a minute. Yeah, that's it. Just keep spamming that. Keep spamming that on my side that clearly just isn't going to hurt you anyway. That'll teach him. I mean, actually, having said that, that was pretty good damage. There's one of our only B rank attacks, to be fair, so I guess it makes sense that it's putting up some numbers. Ugh. Noises of disgust. I know I've talked about it before in my Jade Cocoon video, in fact, I think. But my gentle hype for the Switch 2 is steadily growing. It is. I don't know, I feel like there just hasn't been a console that I've cared about coming out for a while. I bought a PS5. It's mostly a Netflix box, I'm not gonna lie. I barely used that thing to play games. When I first got it, I played through the Demon's Souls remaster. I've dabbled in Dragon's Dogma 2. Well, I played quite a bit of Dragon's Dogma 2 to be fair, and then dabbled in Dragon Age Veilguard and God of War Ragnarok and I don't know, other bits and pieces, but like I don't know. I really don't think I've got my money's worth out of that console yet, you know. But the Switch was pretty cool. The Switch was a pretty cool console, I have to say. So getting a new, more powerful Switch that won't have stick drift, hopefully. They can overcome that, then we'll be laughing. And, you know, usually new console means new suite of games as well. I did mention before about some leaks. We still haven't heard any verification on whether they were correct or not, but I mean, we will inevitably get new Mario, new Zelda, you know, the usual suspects. A lot of 14s there. Shall we just sort of start avoiding these? Kind of looking for Karma at the moment. Not that we really need new wind skills particularly, because we don't really use the wind side a great deal. There's nowhere to go beyond there, is there? Oh, there is. Okay, I guess we'll fight this then. It is crazy how long ago they announced Metroid Prime 4 though. And it's still just like, yeah, it might be coming for Switch 2 at some point. You know? I think it's a misstep, honestly, from game developers to announce anything that isn't like coming in the next 6 months. I get announcing it beforehand to build hype, to get people talking about it, to rack up these pre-order bonuses or whatever, but when you talk about a game in fucking 2015 and it doesn't come out for 10 years, like, what are you gaining from that other than a lot of disappointed fans, you know? You just become a meme at that point. You become, you know... I was going to say Valve can't count to 3 or whatever, but they don't even announce new games. They're definitely not the worst example of this. I do need to play Half-Life Alyx at some point. That is definitely on the agenda. The new... is it a Quest 3? Is that the one we're up to now? The new Oculus headset. Seems relatively cheap and from what I hear, very good as well. So I might actually finally bite the bullet and get into the world of VR in the not too distant future. Yeah, I mean, honestly, to this day, the most compelling thing about VR to me is Beat Saber. I like rhythm games. I proved in my Starstruck Hands of Time playthrough that I'm not especially good at them, but I do have a lot of fun with them. And I think Beat Saber being like some degree of a workout and having a bunch of custom songs you can play and everything, like I think that's going to be a hell of a fun pickup at some point eventually. But yeah, that obviously Half-Life Alyx. There just hasn't really been that much that's excited me in the world of VR. I think that is sort of the problem in general with VR, is that people don't buy into it because there isn't enough to get excited about, but then developers don't develop for it because people don't buy into it. You know, it's sort of a snake that eats its own tail or whatever. A vicious circle. It is weird though, and I say developers don't develop for it, like, they do. It's just, I don't know, people aren't really sort of pushing the boundaries of what it can do so much. Like, a lot of what I see for VR is just like, here's a port of Skyrim or a port of Doom or whatever. Like, it's just, you know, existing games that have already been played into oblivion, now just having like a, not even a particularly comprehensive VR port. It will usually just be, you can play it in VR. Everything stays the same, but look, the TVs are strapped to your face now. I don't know. As I say, obviously, Half-Life Alyx was the big one that really pushed the boundaries in what you can do with VR, from what I can tell. It did look very well made, as most Valve games are, to their credit. But yeah, I don't know. I think there'll always be the hurdle to overcome that a lot of people struggle with VR. Obviously, you're never going to have like a big open warehouse to play it in where you are sort of free to move in any direction and really sort of put yourself in the VR sort of situation, you know. There's always going to be that detachment from reality, where in reality you are sat in a chair holding a controller or whatever, and only really looking around is controlled by VR. And I'm sure that is still a lot more immersive than just looking at a screen, don't get me wrong, but like, the full experience is just unreachable for most end users. And also a lot of people just can't use it for like more practical reasons, you know. It can cause motion sickness, it can cause headaches in people and stuff. Like, it's not as an accessible piece of technology as, you know, a games console is, so it's never going to do the same sort of numbers. I don't know, I'm very late to the party on this conversation, I know. Like, VR was a hot talking point, what, 10 years ago? 5 at least. Now everyone's talking about fucking AI, and mostly just AI, actually. That's basically what the whole tech sector is these days, right? Just people trying to AI everything. We do have a choice of 2 portals. Which one are we feeling? The further one? Probably the further one, right? I'm done fighting dogs in this level. I'm moving on. Okay, do we think this is right? They were easy experience, I'm not gonna lie, for the most part. Aside from that one mushroom that nearly killed me a second ago, they were pretty easy to take down. 24k off, 3k off. Okay, we're getting there. 7k, 27k, 15k, 8k, 25k. Okay, a lot of people are still quite far off, but our main target, who is Joltik, is the closest of all of them, so that's nice. That's good, at least. That thing doesn't seem aggro, so that's nice. Okay, we fight this. I am going to use one of these mugworts that we've just been hoarding to make Flygon a little bit less dead for whatever we're about to fight.
Fight, destroy, die! This history of human.
He's not wrong.
Almaman end human as murderer.
Oh, I see.
I won't let you.
So the Karma are trying to, like, force a hard reset on the human race because they've been naughty boys, basically. Okay, that's pretty scary. Stun attack's pretty scary. Might be a good move to give Pikachu on the wind side, actually, although obviously priority is getting him a better fire attack because he's still using C rank at the moment. Does this cure stun? It does. Good to know. Wow, this is like... Is that really like 100% stun chance? Because that's fucking busted if it is. It does only last one turn stun, but even so. Like if I was stunning him, he just would not be able to do anything right now. Cool. I think these guys are worth more experience than regular fights as well, from what I remember. Don't know how much exactly, but a bit more than 1,000. Stop stunning my dragon. He's a good boy, he doesn't deserve it. Soon, Joltik. Soon you'll be able to do something, I swear. Part of me kind of wants to just give Joltik a heal, but that is a massive waste of his huge magic stat, I think. I think my best option is going to be the big ice beam thing from the octopus monsters. Oh, regular attack, huh? Whoa! Maybe not that regular an attack. Quite an irregular attack, in fact. Okay, I mean Pikachu can take it. He's a big boy. He's also the only fucker on my team who ever hits things reliably and for good damage, though. This stun attack shit is getting quite silly, actually. He dies now though, right? Surely? Surely we're done here now? Good. Excelente. How much experience is that? 1,500, okay. So there's the exit. I think we need to go this way though, right? It's a singular path. So we're gonna have to fight this dog, see what it's up to. More of a pig than a dog, I guess. But if Elden Ring has taught me anything, you can call anything a dog if you believe in yourself. Just fight. Just fight them. Oh. 3 stunny boys. They must be the pre-evolved form of the thing we just fought, I guess. I guess that makes sense, they have a lot of similarities. Classic Pokemon making all of their cool pig monsters bipedal. This is potentially catastrophic. Oh, they don't do that much damage, it's fine. Nice of them not to stun all 3 of my monsters. Because they could have done. No one could have stopped them. There goes the wall. Okay. I'm just going to keep hanging out on this side, I think. Try and heal Flygon up a little bit. I don't particularly want him to go down. Also don't really want Joltik to go down either. It's sort of the main reason for still being here grinding, honestly. Okay, now hang on. Ah, well done, Pikachu. Can we please just kill one of these now? It's getting silly. Thank you. Thank you, I appreciate that. Get the wall up. Hope they don't kill Flygon. They don't kill Flygon, we're fine. Do a quick heal because they can't take the wall down anymore. And now we win? We probably don't win. That's probably a bit optimistic. Especially with that happening. Alright, one more round, I guess. One more spin of the wheel. Some of these fights take forever, man. I mean, like, I was editing the, editing. I don't do a great deal of editing, but I had to do a little bit of fast forwarding and stuff, so I was, scrubbing through the footage of the previous video, you know, the absurdly long one. Most of the reason that video is so absurdly long is because that boss fight is just stupid. Like, it was like 10 minutes to just beat, Kakona's monsters. And then like another 20 to beat the boss itself. Like half of that video was just that boss fight. It's pretty crazy shit. And even regular fights like this apparently can drag on a while. The next fight we do should get Joltik to 15 though, so that's pretty exciting. No, yeah, that definitely made a very inappropriate noise. A fart noise at the same time, which is quite funny. But also a little bit of an orgasm groan. A little bit of one. Subtle shades of orgasm in that. I want to fight it. Actually, I don't want to fight it. They're kind of awful to fight. Let's fight something else. Let's leave. It's a much better idea. Oh my god, was this not even the right way after all that? Hey. We're getting close to wrapping up the video time again, but I'm one fight off being able to merge Joltik. One. So I think we make that happen. Right? You just not. Thank you. I mean, we could have just fought that, to be honest. That probably would have been the smart thing to do. But I ain't smart. So it's this portal. Somehow. Somehow this is the way to progress in this zone. The Dust Storm Terminus. Thank you. Shocked that we're still getting 5s, but you know. Can't win them all, I guess. Can't even win some of them. Kind of looking for a calmer. I want this video to go out on a bang. I don't want to just fight another stupid stun dog army. Mostly because I don't want to fight a stun dog army. Hide spore. This is just going to be the thingy. Whoa! Okay, video's going out on a bang, I guess. Didn't expect this here. Did not expect this here at all. We might get a bit fucked, but we're going to do our best. What was that? What did you just do? Single target sleep. Interesting. AoE fire? Yeah. That shouldn't do too much. Yeah, that's okay. We can live with that. If I'd paid attention to what I was running into, I would not, under any circumstances, have come into this fight with Arbok's mana looking like that. That's the best thing you could have slept, thank you. We should lower this thing's defense, I think. Try and get a barrier up. Because this shouldn't do too much. And then we'll just sort of rotate clockwise a little bit. Did that just look around? Oh no, that was Joltik looking around. I thought the enemy did for a second there. I was like, what? Hang on. It does seem to just repeatedly spam sleep, which doesn't affect him, thankfully. Oh, it can heal as well. That's kind of gross. That's kind of disgusting. At least it's not repeatedly using that insanely overpowered buff attack like the other one was. So that might make this actually a bit faster than the other one of these, even if it is healing itself. It's not broken the barrier yet, right? I don't think this will either. No. I can kind of wall this off pretty well because it doesn't do great single target damage. All it can really do is just repeatedly sleep me, which is obviously annoying. It doesn't seem to only ever hit the middle target though. And honestly, I can live with Diggersby being asleep. That doesn't affect me a great deal. He's a bit of extra damage, obviously, but he's not like the linchpin of my strategy. Oh, come on, hit the fucker. You're not the blind one here. I assume he's blind because that Saskand blinds and sleeps. I assume that's how that happened. Which is pretty wild. Oh, this is new. Not used this before. He does have an Earthside attack. Oh, I see, actually. Hang on. The Earth one had the super buff, which was like a super Earth move. This guy has this Saskand thing, which I guess is like a super wind move that like inflicts a bunch of status effects to one monster. So I'm assuming that means we'll fight a water one that has some super water move and a fire one that has some super fire. Fucking hell. We should have just won there. At least it didn't heal itself. But that's interesting. It's interesting how that works out. Okay, surely Joltik levels up now. Beautiful. The rest of the team have got to be pretty close as well after getting 5k there.
Can't you feel the power? It feels like the power we felt at that yellow gate.
Maybe it opens that gate. Why don't we go try?
I agree. We should go try. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, 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 dot. Dot, 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 dot. Actually, we'll go through the princess fine here. Just in case. Just to confirm my suspicions. Yeah, thought so. Dot, 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 dot. I can't even remember what sentence we're leaving hanging anymore. But it's going to end like this. Next time on Joe Plays Jade Cocoon 2. This was episode 30, right? The next one will be 31. Look out for that, I guess. That'll be fun. Gonna do some merging. That's exciting. I'll see you.